It's me again. It's petetv once more. It's good to talk, someone once claimed. For those who are interested in UK TV and film celebrities or actors or stars, it was Bob Hoskins, most recently witnessed in the role of pub owner or landlord in the BBC drama The Street. Bob Hoskins once claimed in an ad in a promotion for British Telecom that it's good to talk. It's good to talk, he argued. I would argue it's not only good to talk in our modern, fast-paced, multi-layered and multifaceted world full of differences of every kind. It's not only good to talk, it's necessary to talk. It's necessary to talk so that we can dialogue across difference. Dialogue across difference, an expression invented, if you like, a representation invented by, I think, a social philosopher called Ben Habib, someone I learnt about many years ago on a university course. But those words stuck in my mind. We need, in this modern world of difference, to learn to talk across that difference, to dialogue across difference. Yes, what do I mean? Let's look in more detail at what it might mean to dialogue across difference, or DAD, D-A-D, dialogue across difference. Well, there was a time, perhaps a generation or so ago, at least in the generation of my father, who's now 80 years old, good Lord. Hello, Dad, if you're watching. There was a time when it might be represented in the words of Basil Bernstein, a famous sociologist. It might be represented that the world was strongly classified, or easily categorized into very distinct and separate social groups. I would argue that these separate, well-insulated social groups, broken up and separate across national boundaries, or strict formal codes of behaviour, traditions, religious beliefs or cultural values, indeed, these very clearly separated, bordered social groups, often separated by language. I speak one way, you speak another. Thus, we are strongly classified, we're absolutely separate. But now, I would argue, in our modern fast-paced world, those boundaries are dissolving. Those walls are falling down. Basil Bernstein may use the words, or we may use his words to represent this dissolution of boundaries as a weak classification or a weakening classification. Yes, the walls between us are crumbling and we meet each other much more intimately, much more often, much more regularly in our places of work, in our towns and cities when we do our shopping. So, there was a world that was strongly classified. It was a world of separation. We now live in a world of a weakening classification where more people come together, more different kinds of people meet on a regular basis. So, as people become more mobile, as people move constantly across the world in search of jobs, in search of a safe place to bring up their children, we meet more and more different kinds of people. And thus, in a world of difference, it is not only good to talk, good to learn to talk, but vital we dialogue across difference, vital for the preservation of all of us, vital for the well-being of all of us, vital for the well-being of our planet. Thank you.